So, in my last video, I did just talk about seeing a creator make a post about how some people in the spiritual community do use cutting people off as a way to just call them karmic when they don't fit someone's expectations. And I do agree to a certain extent because some people do it, but other people, no. Other people, they need to do it because of their safety and because of what's happening in their life and what they're going through. Now, I want to get into the people who are getting cut off and why they act the way they do, and how it has nothing to do with you. Like, it has nothing to do with you and what you have going on. Now, granted, if you do have toxic individuals in your life or toxic people in your life, it is something within you and some type of trauma that attracted you to that person to even get them in your life, and or it is because you need it in your life and your higher self knows that you need it to get to where you need to be. With that being said, a lot of the times when it comes to people and how they act and how they treat you, it has nothing to do with you. For example, a cheater. Because somebody cheats on you, it doesn't have anything to do with your looks, anything with how good of a boyfriend or girlfriend you were. It has everything to do with that person and the issues that they have going on internally. Everything that anybody does has everything to do with the issues they have going on internally. And how they treat people is just a reflection of, or like just a projection of how they feel on the inside only. It's literally how they feel on the inside. And the reason why there are a lot of toxic individuals or villains or bad people, whatever you want to call them, is just because simply they did not heal themselves from their traumas. And a lot of times you will see these toxic individuals jumping from relationship to a relationship, never alone, never taking accountability, always lying, always sneaky, da 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 da, XYZ. And the reason that these people can be like this or can move like this is because of their relationship with self. A lot of these people are highly insecure and highly damaged from childhood things or maybe things that they experience in relationships. But most times it's a combination of both. And these are what people like to diagnose or call narcissistic people. The reason why these people are abusive is because they abuse themselves in ways that we could never know. The reason why these people are liars is because they lie to themselves in ways we would never know. The reason these peoples are these peoples the reason the reason these peoples are the reason these people are cheaters is because they cheat on themselves in ways we would never know. And the reason we would never know is because they can never be that vulnerable with somebody to keep it 100 with somebody because of how they are with themselves. It is always about them. If anybody treats you in a negative way, it's always about them. That's why it's so important to learn to not take things super personal, because people don't do things to people don't do things because of you. They do things because of them. And once you come to this conclusion and once you understand this, it'll be a lot easier to maneuver and to move through life with a better perception and a better view of everything. Usually these people hate themselves, something they're hiding. It's like a lot of things that can go in it. That's why a lot of times when you do see narcissistic people, they lie so much because they are lying to themselves. They're highly insecure, so they want to make you highly insecure. They're highly abusive to themselves, so they abuse you. Listen what I'm saying, y'all. That's the only explanation, because if you look at yourself, you think, I don't treat people like that. Why don't you treat people like that? Because you have an active mindset. You have an active mind to know that this is wrong. And they know it's wrong. They just are so far gone in like the fog, and so far gone in hurt, and so far gone in pain that they don't care. And the reason why there are certain people, the only thing that separates that person from you is the fact that you're conscious and you have consciously made the efforts to heal. That's the only difference. That's the only thing that will separate you from them. They just don't do the work to heal. They just don't take the time to heal themselves. They just don't take the time to be alone. They just don't take the time to understand the situations that they were put in, or understand why they keep attracting these individuals, or understand how they got into the situation that they got into. Granted, everything is not your fault, but when you become an adult, it's all on you. You can't keep blaming your parents for your traumas, because now it is your responsibility to heal those things. Now it is your responsibility to navigate the world with knowing that. And you can either sit around and cry about it and keep living in that reality, or you can heal and you can understand and you can grow from it. You can stop feeling bad for yourself as well. And I can speak on this because I've been in that position. Now, I might not be the most healthiest person. I might not be the most healed person. But what I can say is that I will never ever be certain versions of myself because of the work I have put in to become a better version of myself. And not saying like, oh, I'm better than these people. Not at all. I am just more here to know that if I heal myself, I will have a better experience in this world. I will have a better experience healing than not healed, because I will take my unhealedness and push it on everybody else. I will take my unhealedness and push that on the perception of everything. I will take my unhealedness and make it everybody else's problem, when it doesn't have to be like that. I could just be better. I could just do better. I could just heal and make everything better for myself, because it's not necessarily about everybody else. It's more about me and my experience. And I've noticed that me being a more healed version of myself, I experience things far better than I did when I was not healed, when I was depressed, when I was full of anxiety, when I was angry. Not saying being angry isn't a bad emotion, but what I'm saying is having all that internally and not talking about it and not healing from it can affect your experience as a whole. Because if you are depressed, you're not appreciating the things that you have around you. If you're anxious, you're not living in the present moment because you're worried. You're constantly worried about what's next, what's gonna happen, like all this other stuff. It's constant worry. So in order to have a better experience, you want to heal so you can see the beauty in the small things, and so you can live more in the present moment and just be more worry free, as opposed to what I just said. And that's all I have to say, y'all. Toodles.